Well, it all comes down to this. It's the final 2 games of the season. We're still in the relegation zone, albeit only on goal difference. But we've got to play the 2 best teams in the division. This is probably not going to end well. Hello and welcome to Season 1, Part 10 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we're at home against Kidderminster, top of the league, away against FC United, second in the league, and we are in the relegation zone. We've got to win. Just got to win them both, I guess. I mean, if we win them both, we'll be on 50 points, which puts us up here somewhere. Because the other thing is we've just got to rely on other teams around us not winning. Stalybridge, we're outside of we're in the relegation zone by goal difference, but it's by 1 goal. So, you know, even if we lose both games, as long as Stalybridge lose theirs and get thumped in them, we might still stay up in the worst way possible. But then we've got Curzon Ashton breathing down our neck, again level on points, and they're only 1 goal behind us. It couldn't be tighter at the bottom of the league here. It's ridiculous. If you missed yesterday, you'll have forgotten, or earlier today maybe, depends how quickly you got to 200 likes, but if you missed that video, you won't know we're back with this, but we're back with this. And it's been working because form was rubbish for ages. Look, rubbish. That's the definition of rubbish. We switched back to the 4-3-1-2 for the first time in ages, put 4 goals past Salford and had a respectable draw against Brackley. At any other stage of the season, that's a good result. It's not great now because we need to win every game, but we're going to stick with it for the rest of the year. So we've got Willis in goal, Roberts, Picton, Chilvers and Gurr as our back 4. Sparrow, Sam Wright finally back from suspension in the ball-winning midfielder role, and Douglas with Carnero in behind Saki and Johnson. John Mahon has dropped to the bench because I don't know where to play him. He was brilliant in that 1 game against Salford, but we can't drop Sparrow. We need Sam Wright. Douglas has been consistent all year. Where do we play him? I don't know where we play him, and that could be the worst decision I've ever made, but we'll see, I guess. Depends if one of them has a brilliant game against Kidderminster. Oh, I forgot Kidderminster are the front 3. Oh, we may as well just start looking for a new job now because they're going to batter us. We can't do front 3s, especially with the 4-3-1-2. This is where all the problems began. This is the real reason we stopped playing this system, because this lot did this to us. So we then, I remember the story now, we went to a 3 at the back to try and stop teams doing this, and that didn't really work, and we ended up at a 4-4-2 from there somewhere, because I went on my whole no tactics nonsense. But now we're back here again, and probably any other system we've used this season would be the right system to use against Kidderminster and their front 3. But obviously that's not how we roll. We've just got to try and score goals, and this is the only way we know how. As of right now, Curzon Ashton have leapt out of the relegation zone from below us. They're ahead in their game, which makes it even worse that we're behind. And now Saki can find Canaro, and Sparrow finds Joey Johnson, and we're back level. Johnson with his 21st goal of the season. It doesn't change much as far as the league table goes, but it was a lovely bit of football from Sparrow, particularly why he didn't just shoot himself, I have no idea. But Johnson, luckily, from a more difficult angle than Sparrow would have had it from, tucks it away, and Sparrow doesn't have to live to regret, quite frankly, a silly decision. But now Stalybridge, Nuneaton, they're all... Oh, Stalybridge are back down with us, actually. Everyone's moving all over the place. Johnson's in again and is denied, but Douglas now finds Saki. Was he onside? It doesn't really matter because it's hit the crossbar. I don't think he was, but it was a nice little through ball. And Chilvers is struggling for pace there, but does get the tackle in, using his experience to get there first, even though he was the slower of the 2 players. I don't even know how that works. I'm talking football nonsense. Sam Wright's just put us 2-1 up. It's his first ever goal for Gainsborough Trinity. And look how far we leap up the league table if it stays like this. Oh, what a camera angle. I like this. Sparrow comes across, Wright just whacks it. Just hits it as hard as he can. And, get your hands upon your ears. There's no fans to celebrate, but we'll pretend we can hear them. We're 2-1 up at half-time against top of the table Kidderminster. They're already promoted Kidderminster. It's not going to finish like this, but look, imagine if it did. We'd be up to the giddy heights of 18th place. We'd still only be out of the relegation zone on goal difference. That's how ridiculous things are, because everyone around us is winning as well. But it would be magical if we could beat Kidderminster and go into the last game of the season not in the relegation zone. It would be a beautiful thing. Johnson's in! Oh, we might regret that one because that was a lovely, lovely chance. He should have done a lot better with it. Saki now on the edge of the area. I mean, he doesn't want to be there. He's a centre-back playing out of position up front, and he had no idea what to do and does quite well to win a free kick. There are now 4 teams level on 47 points, and that's just silly, and Kidderminster have hit the crossbar. I've never seen a league table as close and as tight as this one is. Oh, it's horrible. They've hit the crossbar again, and now they've equalised, and we fly back into the relegation zone. We're now level on points with Stalybridge again. In fact, we dropped below them on a worse goal difference. Oh, and again, in the same way as we were talking about with the Brackley game, 2-2 against already promoted Kidderminster at any point of the season is a brilliant, brilliant result. It's not going to be enough today. Why is everybody winning? It just wouldn't happen like this in the real world. What do we do now? What do we do? I don't want to bring on Worsfold because he's nothing player. Carnero's not having a go at it. Right, Douglas can come off for Mahon. That's an obvious thing we can do and get him over there where he was so good in that game a couple of games ago. Other than that, though, what do we do? Jordan Jones, maybe? In fact, no, get Joe Guest on for David Roberts, a more attacking fullback option. And I don't want to take Saki off because he's been scoring goals recently, and I just don't think Worsfold is going to be a better goal-scoring threat than Saki is. Right, Johnson to Carnero. Can't get it through to Saki. Carnero's a problem. He has been all year. That's why he hasn't played for so long, but... with Pepper not quite back to fitness yet, is our only option when we play this system. Willis has just made a fantastic save. Look at the amount of chances Kidderminster have had. We are lucky to still be in this game, and I don't think we're going to be in it for much longer. The season, once again, is looking as good as over. We keep sort of hanging on by the skin of our teeth, but I think this is just about it, and it's gone over the crossbar there. But we need some of these other teams who were around us at the start of the day to fall behind in their games. How can everyone be winning? I don't understand. Do we? We'll bring Worsfold on then. Goodness me, you all nagged enough. Nobody was nagging. Oh, right, there you go. We've not tried him as a defensive forward yet. He might be brilliant at that. He's got a chance to make himself a hero, but time is running out. Oh, someone else. We've climbed up the league again a little bit, have we? Right. We need to study this league table. Curzon Ashton, we'll call them safe, I think, and Harrogate. It's Nuneaton we need to catch now, and we're playing FC United. We're playing them away from home as well, so we know we've got to win because a draw, unless they get thumped, isn't going to be enough. And with Stalybridge there as well, ready to leap over us, it's going to be so tight, and I just think we've left it too late. So this is it. Final game of the season, potentially. Final game in charge of Gainsborough Trinity. We're unchanged. We did well against Kidderminster. If we can put in that kind of performance against FC United, we stand a real chance. So we just need to get in there and hope. Yes. We don't want to contemplate the alternative. Yes, there's desire. Look at all these players who could be leaving. Willis, Gurr, Picton, Roberts, Douglas, Wright, Johnson. See, it's going to be a disaster even if we stay up. We're losing the whole squad. Next season's going to be interesting, wherever we end up. I'll say this now because I'll be too upset to say it after the game if we do lose. I can't remember if I said it anywhere else on the series so far. I deliberately have the Welsh League, the Irish League, the Northern Irish League, the Scottish Leagues all loaded up on this save as well to cover this eventuality, because as far as I'm concerned, if you're sacked out of the bottom of the Conference North, you're probably going to struggle to get another job in it. So might have to go to Ireland or Wales and see what happens there, and that could be an interesting turn of events, but hopefully it won't come to that, and we'll grab it. I'm trying to do reverse FM psychology. If the computer hears me talking about what we're going to do after we're sacked, it might just save us. But I probably shouldn't have let him in on the clue. We'll be fine. What's happening in the other games? Not a lot at the moment. Harrogate have jumped up even further. We're long since finished worrying about them. Oh, what's happened there? Someone's losing, which means if we can go ahead here, Sparrow hits the post. We're now level on points with Nuneaton, both on 46 points. Stalybridge are just behind us, both on 45. Nuneaton have now gone up to 47 again, so I guess they've equalised in their game. And now they've gone ahead in their game because they're up to 49 points now. Curzon and Ashton are looking a lot harder to catch. Even if we go ahead in this game, it might not be enough to catch Curzon and Ashton. And that will be an incredibly devastating way to end the season if we get the win and it's still not enough. Look, we're level. We need to get the goal difference on there. It might be coming into play. But for it to come into play, we need to go ahead in this game. And it seems ridiculous that we've got ourselves into this situation where we've got to beat the second best team in the league. But we've got to beat the second best team in the league or we are down. And we put on a good performance again. Hindsight, etc. Put in cheesy quote here. Probably should have stuck with this system all year, though. We looked good early on when we were doing it. We've looked very good these last 4 games when we've been doing it. Good results against some good teams, but it's all too little too late. Right, let's get Adam Pepper on for Carnero, who, I mean, he is a waste of space. Danny Elliott's going to come on for Joey Johnson, who he's not the same player without Jarman alongside him. And you know what? We'll do all 3. We'll bring Mahon on for Sparrow. So we've taken off 2 of the stars of the season in Sparrow and Johnson, but we've got to just throw everything at this now, and you never know what might happen. Pepper's in. Can he get there first? He can! Adam Pepper has just scored a goal, which if things stay as they are, we are out of the relegation zone on goal difference. Adam Pepper, I don't know how, I mean, he's got a gammy leg. He's been out injured for so long, but he chases down slowly enough that he's still there for the ball to kick in when the goalkeeper clears, and it goes into his favour. We've just got to hang on now and hope Curzon and Ashton don't do anything hideous. There's 5 minutes left. Oh, what do I do tactically here? Surely all I can do is just leave it well alone, because then at least I can't be accused of making it happen with a silly tactical change. You'll just accuse me of making it happen by not doing a tactical change, but I think I prefer that. Pepper to Saki. Pepper's just hit the post again. Adam Pepper is playing like a man possessed. I don't understand where this ridiculous performance has come from. We've got to hang on 30 seconds. No! 20 seconds. Don't expect me to be able to speak at this point. Do not review this channel based on my speaking ability right now. We need to get this ball clear. I don't like back passes in this situation. We've won. We just need Curzon Ashton to have not won and we'll be safe. Nuneaton. Oh, Nuneaton. Bless their cotton socks at the last minute. There's been an equaliser gone in their game and they've dropped into the relegation zone. Curzon Ashton are safe as well. We've finished 18th. Assuming that's a final league table, we're safe. We're only blooming safe. Oh, goodness me. What a stupid season that's been. Right, there you go. We've officially avoided relegation. And there's I can't believe we're paying out bonuses. Kevin Douglas, enjoy your £448. Blood money. Well, that's ridiculous. We now need to turn our attention to the horrible contract situation that we're in, because we've got no money and all of these players are out of contract. So Picton, Willis, Johnson, Roberts, Douglas, Gurr, Wright, Carnero, Saki won't be here next year. There's very few. Sparrow is on non-contract already. There's very few players going to be here next year. It's regardless going to be a very different looking Gainsborough Trinity squad next season, I think. But we'll have a quick look at the players of the season and all that kind of stuff that one normally does at this point. I don't think there's much doubt about who the most important player has been for us this year. If we switch it to goals scored, Nathan Jarman, 32 goals from 39 starts. We'd have been relegated long ago if it wasn't for him. Joey Johnson got 21 goals. I'd like to keep him here for another year. He's shown a lot of potential. Only 21 years old. has proven that he can score goals. He just needs a proper strike partner alongside him to allow him to do it. But there are goals in him, and I'd like to keep him around if we can. Other than that, I mean, this is why the season fell apart when Jarman got injured, because there are no goals anywhere else in the squad once you move past those two. Assists-wise, it's the man we picked out at the start of the year, Matt Sparrow, 14 assists. Johnson and Jarman both weighing in with 8 each, which I guess they're setting them up for each other, and that's a big contributing factor to the 53 goals that they got between them in all competitions. David Roberts, why did we keep him as defensive left-back for so long when he got 8 assists, probably all in the first part of the season? And then if we switch by average rating, we can ignore some of these because they've barely played any games. Although Alex Wiles, why did you play one game, score a goal, and never play again? What was that all about in the FA Trophy? Cool, he's got reason to feel hard done by, hasn't he? Come off the bench, scored a goal, got an 8 out of 10 performance, and never saw him again. That's management, that is. Nathan Jarman, though, obviously player of the season by a long, long way. How's his injury coming along? 3 to 4 months. Where are we? April. I mean, he could conceivably be back for the start of next season. So if we can get him to extend his contract, I think we'd probably be silly not to. So we might even be able to keep Jarman around. But beyond him, there's not much depth at all, is there? Sparrow is now 35 years old and turns 36 towards the start of next year. Realistically, we can't really be relying on him for another, 54 games he's played this year at age 35. And we haven't really got much money to do any of this with. The balance is close to zero. We're already over our wage budget, although it shoots down massively with all the players who are going to be leaving potentially. But there's a lot to do, and I guess we just have to get on with it now. I genuinely wasn't expecting to survive. I was convinced it was going to be a job hunt now. So I need to go and... Where's my Coke Zero? I need to calm myself down. Delicious. You should drink that stuff. It's good. If you've enjoyed that, make sure you pop a like on there for me. After what's happened over the last 3 episodes, we've got to get to 500 likes on this one, surely. We've just had such an unlikely escape. 500 likes would be amazing to say, well done on that escape, Kev. Well done. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. And thank you very much for watching.